Cool. Good day, everybody. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Welcome to FanView. And before I go into every discussion, I'm going to say congratulations to the Lioness today on winning the Women's Euros, beating Germany 2-1. And as you all know, Premier League is back in 1 week. And I have my guest here to talk about the preview. But then there are going to be some changes on the channel. We're going to start doing our shows on Thursdays and Mondays. We'll do a preview and we'll do a post view of the fixtures. And so now I'm going to before we go into the topic, let me introduce my guest for today. GB, what's up?
I'm fine. How are you?
How's your weekend been?
Good. How's everybody?
Yeah, fine.
Weekend has been funny, from losing to Liverpool and then Haaland doing what I never expected.
Haaland.
Good. I'm very sure we have a lot to talk about today.
Yeah, and I'll go to the Mr. Arsenal himself, the cool guy. Okay, how's your weekend been?
Yeah, it can't get better than this. Weekend has been good. And yeah, I won now. You sabi now 6-0. It's not easy.
Anyways, my weekend has not been good. We lost
before encore.
to we lost Atletico Madrid and we lost and we drew today to Real Vallecano. But then it was two different teams, so anyhow, so we're going to move into our topic for today, which is what we're discussing. We're looking into the future, looking to what might be your opinions. We'd like to get your opinions. And I promise you guys today we're not going to spend more than 1 hour. Before we go into today's topic here, I need you guys to think about this in your mind, think about this, or you can write it down. We're going to talk about our top four. We're going to talk about top four. We're going to talk about battle for relegation. Who do you think is going to be in the relegation zone? Your golden boots winner. Which manager do you think is going to be under the most pressure in the Premier League this season? That's what we're going to talk about. And before we start talking about that, I want you guys to think about it. But while we're thinking about it, so we're going to go into this discussion because it's been looking serious. And I know you guys might not care about it because you guys are not United fans. But then Gary Neville said something about Dion using a legal distance. Do you think Barca and Kay, I need to hear your opinion on this. Do you think Barca has treated Dion fairly in how and what advice if his agents, what would you be telling him now?
They haven't treated him fairly, actually. They haven't, because he's during the Corona period, though I'm not there with them, but based on the facts we have around, he agreed to reduce his pay, and he's going to be able to get it when the club recovers from the whole crisis and all. But now you are signing players for big fees, and you're telling another player that you don't have enough money to pay their salary now. I don't think any player is going to take but I think that is just bullshit. I don't think any player is going to take it from them. So if I'm the one to give him the advice, I would just buy that club, even if they won't play me again to the end of my contract. But I'll make sure I collect every penny of my money. Because they are not. I think that they are actually broke, that they don't actually have money. Okay, maybe a player would be able to okay, let me just do this for this club. I love this club and all. But they are signing players now, and they are not signing 10 million player or 12 million player. They're signing. Now they bought a 34-year-old or 35-year-old for 60 or so. So that is a whole lot of money now. I don't think a pro club is going to do that. I just feel like they feel that they can strong arm the guy into probably leaving without getting his salary, or they are thinking, okay, maybe they're able to just give him a little out of it. And in all fairness, I'm just trying to strong arm the guy. So if I'm to give him the advice, I'll tell him to make sure he collects all his penny.
Yeah. But I'm going to come back to you. But okay, you said something about if he loves his club. But then we've heard that Baka has been Dion's childhood club and everything. Would you in this scenario say this just shows that players are greedy because he's not helping his
This is not a situation of players being greedy. Because like I said, the club, they are not actually broke based on their activities on the transfer market and all. So this is not like he loves his club. That was why he agreed to pay cut and all. He agreed to defy his salary for a certain period of time, and he's going to like get it back later. That was the agreement. That is a player loving his club. I feel like I think that the club are still in that same position now. Like, okay, maybe I'm able to make signings. They are just trying to get by. I would have said, okay, it's being greedy. But right now, the club are making signings. I think, if I'm not wrong, they've spent more than 200 this transfer market now. So and they have now. I know they bought Kunde is 50 something.
yeah.
Rafia, same thing, and level two,
Lewandowski, yeah.
same thing. So, and is that how the players they bought? I think they bought more than 3 players now. Sure,
Yeah, the remaining were on free.
you get many were free. And so even if not 200, but that is very very close to 200.
Yeah.
So I don't think a broke club is going to be making that kind of signing. And it's not like maybe they've had any great player that has gone. Have they made any sales that is big? I don't think so.
No.
So they have a lot of money lying down around. That's why they made those signings. So I don't think they should be owing any player that much. I think they are owing like 17 or so. That is a whole lot of money to ask a young guy like him to let go of. How much has he made from football? They are telling him to let go of 17. That is a whole lot of money. That is a whole lot of money.
Okay. GB. So do you agree with Gary Neville when he says he should use? It goes if he takes this into the court, if he takes this into law's hands and everything, it will jeopardize his career. If you were his agent, what advice would you be giving him now?
First, I think like everything he has with Baka is kind of legal, like onto this point. Like the fact that I decided to defer the salary stuff, I think it was legally accepted because except it was not legally accepted and it was just an agreement, then we can easily contest. But if it was actually legally agreed, he's going to lose because I'm sure they would be like, okay, fine, you agreed, sure, yes. But personally, I feel like the biggest problem right now is he doesn't want to leave first. And then the Baka issue is coming up, and the Baka is like, okay, fine, we don't want to, if I'm not stay longer, you're going to take a pay cut.
Well, you know about sorry to cut you off, Jimmy. But you know about him taking the pay cuts. I don't know if it's true or not, but I read it somewhere that he agreed to take the pay cuts, and they agreed that they are going to spread the amount of money.
Yes, no.
They are going to spread it. So I still think that if he's going to go legal about it, I don't think it's going to lose because there will actually be something that is binding them to that particular agreement. So I think, I don't know. I just said let's just point that out.
Okay. Personally, I really think like the thing is actually because at that point it was not only him that did that because in Jody Alba and then I think PK at that point they decided to like take some chunks of their salary, then decided to like spread it over time. Even Aubameyang when we signed, they decided to like he was not going to receive a lot at a particular point. So over the time contract. But I think the biggest issue right now is the job doesn't want to go. The problem if he finds the willingness to go, then I'm very sure Man U, Baka will probably find a very good way to, because Baka themselves want him to go. And so if Man U too wants him to come, really, the two of them will kind of find an agreement. Like more complicated deals have been done in the transfer market.
I think the both clubs probably just find a middle ground.
Yeah, so if the player really wants to go and Man U really wants to
by the time Man U loses their first 3 matches or something, they are going
to okay, wait. On that note, yeah, but like if surely if Man U has still been on this deal for a long time, holding other deals that they wanted to do and focusing on Dion, surely you must have told the club that okay, I'm interested to go, but I need to collect my money from Baka. Does you see it that way, or do you feel
Even if he wants to like say okay fine, like they can always be an agreement. Like, okay fine, you will be playing for Man U and you'll be paying the money somewhat, or Man U will take some share out of the money. Like the amount of deals that these clubs do behind the doors that we don't know about is really crazy. They do really complicated deals. Like there was this time of a three swap deal, Morata and between Atletico and Juventus. Even when there was this time too that Danilo and Cancelo, then Pjanic and Juventus. So many complicated deals that this, yeah, that this guy is due. So I feel like the problem is the young first. He doesn't want to go. And then if he decides, and I feel like it's fine because it feels at this point, Baka is almost guaranteed to be in the Champions League year in, year out. And then he can still fight for his place because he's fighting against Pedri and let me remove Pedri, Gavi. So any small thing you can just easily come. So it's just about the jump to me. But if the John really wants to go, then Baka will just have to think of a way for him to go. That's the biggest problem. He doesn't want to.
Oh, okay. So now we've heard about the young deal. We're moving straight to the Premier League because the Premier League is coming fast. I can't wait for Friday. I can't wait to watch Arsenal Crystal Palace and see and let everybody know that Arsenal has just been hyped.
Oh,
But
really?
but before we go, I need the viewers. I need you to please like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notification button because more videos are going to come. We're going to keep on dropping content and we're going to keep on growing as a community. So, GB, let's
Yeah.
start with you. Yesterday, what happened? What happened?
Okay, fine. One thing for sure, community shield for us is doesn't really affect or determine how my season gets out to be. Because last season I lost to Leicester City community shield.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
I've played last 3 to 4 and I've only won one. And the funny thing is, the way we play preseason is quite baffling because we only had 2 matches. Even the Bayern Munich match,
Like
it
I was
was
surprised.
even the Bayern Munich match, the weather situation had to make them short into 40 minutes. Do you get? And so the
Yeah.
players are not as fit as Liverpool because Liverpool still play the preseason match today after playing yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So first we started very slowly. Liverpool were quite fit, then faster, more match fit. And then okay, we grew into the game. And then one thing we lost. Honestly, personally, I'm not really disappointed. Left to me because community shield doesn't really turn out to how it is. So the only thing that I was just not happy with was Alan's miss, and that's fine because I don't know, strikers miss sitters at least once or twice. I feel like he must have even had chances that he has missed like that in the past, but we do not watch the Bundesliga so often. Most times we only see highlights of Alan and we're like, he scored 2 goals today without even counting how many he has probably missed because I'm sure you can't score every chance you get. So the good thing is he's always into those positions. Like he's always there. He's always there. And once you're always there, you're good, then you score. Aside that, it's just a bit.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So last time we all spoke, you were saying Liverpool are just going to keep on chasing Man City, but they'll never catch up and everything. But then, don't you think this has given Liverpool the psychological edge ahead of Man City going into the season, or do you think
But
it's
it's still community shield is still it's just a glorified friendly now. It's just a friend that involves winning title, nothing else. And it's not even an official title. I feel like it's just
no?
normal.
Okay, but like
There's no like I feel like Liverpool has not made any changes to their way of play or anything. Like the Liverpool I saw yesterday, still the same Liverpool I saw last season.
Mhm.
But with Man City, there are a lot of players that are probably going to come of age by the time the season goes on. Can
Yeah, but like
Grealish,
okay,
they are
wait,
like
chill.
okay.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but then case Bolan said something. He said Man City are not good at community shield, that they lost last year to Leicester and everything.
The
But
year
then
Arsenal won FA Cup, I think we lost to Arsenal 2 sets.
Yeah,
exactly, they
So
lost
we
last year.
lost
But
like
then
three. So
no, but then isn't this more because it's Liverpool because it's that title, it's that title contender because this
So
is really okay. Go on.
no, I feel like it does. Guardiola does not. It does not count it that much. Same with Klopp actually. I'm very sure that if Man City had won yesterday, Klopp won't feel any reason to think his players are prepared or anything. I
Okay.
still feel like competition is still just different as far as like it's just a match to get players prepared for the season. The fact is, you can say it anywhere. The Man City that is going to come out against West Ham, very, very different from the one that played Liverpool. Like it's so different.
Yeah.
So I still maintain my thought on Liverpool that yeah, true, they are going to push Man City all the way next season. I just feel like when it matters, they are just going to fall short. Probably by drawing too many matches. Probably by I don't know. Anyhow, they're just going to I just feel like they are going to still lose to Man City at the end of the day.
Okay. So yesterday we saw Darwin Nunez, we saw Haaland. That was the talk of the whole community shield. We're going to see them. Darwin Nunez came off from the bench and scored, and Haaland missed so many chances and everything. But now, are you worried?
No, definitely not. Like, come on, he was playing against the best defense in the league, and see how many chances he got at the end of. I'm not in any way worried. Like, that's not the case for my worries because it's obvious that this guy is always going to snatch at these chances. Like, he missed the sitter he missed. Like, Foden played it, and less than I don't know. I would like say less than 2 seconds. It was already in front of even the defenders that were holding himself. You don't even know when he got to front of Andrian. Like that's how quick Alan reacts to chat. Like that's how the way Ronaldo pushes that we are like tapping.
Yeah,
That's just that striker's vibe. Like something might happen, the keeper might make a mistake, keeper might push it, and I'm going to be
Yeah,
just
that
like,
instinct.
so he has that instinct, like he's there, and the only thing you need to attach to that instinct then is the finishing. And we all know that Alan's finishing is superb. So
yeah.
once, and aside that though, the only thing I might just be concerned about is like there was a little bit of lack of communication, and KDB had a really terrible game. KDB didn't play
Yeah.
well
I
at
won't read
all.
too much into that though.
Yeah,
I'm not sure
yeah, exactly.
they've not had a
So
lot
they've
of time
not
to
had we've
link
played
up and
just two
all.
matches in the season. We started the season late. Most times we start the season slowly. Last season we lost to Tottenham on the first day of the season. So most times because of the way Pep is and the style of play, it takes a little bit of time to like settle in deeply. But it's going to struggles. I don't have
But
issue.
then does it not look like that type of season that if City starts poorly, Liverpool can fly and
We are definitely not going to start poorly. That's what I know. And then Liverpool can fly as long as they can because last season they flew as long as they could. Yet,
okay. Kiri, are you going to say something?
What do you say?
Were you going to say something?
No, at all.
Okay, so now we're going to move to the next season. We're moving to next season. We're talking about
I won 6-0. You are not going to praise my players.
it's
You
not
are not going
yet
to
your time.
you are not going to praise my players. See you.
you're
You are
beating
just 18.
you're
I'm beating
beating
who?
you're beating
Person that
Sevilla.
he considered the least goals last season. Like
Who's that?
in the league. Sevilla. In the
Who's
league,
that?
yeah, Sevilla now.
Sevilla.
In the
Okay,
league,
Sevilla. Okay.
considered the least goals in the league last
Currently
season.
now. Okay.
So forget.
Wait.
I still won. This Red Devils. They don't allow us to hear what when they won. Who did they win 4-1 apart from Liverpool? I think Crystal Palace also. They were shouting up and down. So let me
Do you
acknowledge my win.
do you know that Arsenal fans are they're like the most
don't-
deluded
don't-
fans in this world?
And you are not you.
So
Man, you.
wait. Since when we started this channel, I've always been quiet about United. I don't talk that much.
Because you don't have anything to say about your club now. Like
Yes.
Is there anything interesting going on?
Okay, yes. There's nothing interesting
I know
going
what I
on.
want to speak. That's interesting.
There's nothing interesting going on, but I bet you
Yeah.
I can bet you that United will finish above Arsenal this season.
Let's make the bet official.
Someone is about to lose some money.
Let's make the bet official. What do you have? What do you have to put down?
A Man U fan is about to lose money.
Let's make it official.
Oats don't stop.
Man, you know, hang now when man,
Even God knows, bro. Stop capping.
Oh,
man, see now, just small mention of man U and Nigeria happened to you. Don't even try
Don't try it.
mentioning them anyway.
if we get the young, I can bet my life that we'll finish.
What is the young going to do?
We'll
Do you
finish above
still,
Arsenal.
can you are you seeing the state of your defense? So poor. Alan is going to have Alan is going to have a feast against
See,
you. Like
me, I know.
I'm going
Alan
to
is going to score. Because as good as Liverpool defenses, he had chance.
Against Man U, specifically against Man U, I'm going to Liverpool. I will even give him red card down 7. You should give me -2.
Can we be more civilized and talk about what we're talking about? We're not talking about Man U here.
Okay. There's nothing to talk about actually. So let's move on.
All right.
So now we're talking about. So have you guys thought about it? Who are the TV teams that? Let's start from the bottom. So, what are the TV teams that you feel like are going to have to be really worried about being relegated? Okay.
Weirdly enough, like with how weird it might sound, I feel like Nottingham Forest. Like they've just been making signings, just be like they've made a lot of signings whereby it's going to actually affect the way the team plays because the players they bought, they are too much, and they probably want to find a way to use almost all of them, if not all of them. So it's going to destroy the way the team has been set up all these years and all. So I feel like it will be the same thing that happened to Fulham 1 year, like I think 2018 or so. They came from relegation, bought everybody, and they ended up, going back to where they came from. Premier League did back to sender for them. So I think Nottingham Forest. Then Leeds. They escaped relegation narrowly last season, but now their squad played how many years with the SR? So I feel like for them to adjust now to a new coach and all, and we play teams are the Premier League, I just feel like they might. Or they will be they're out of the 3 teams I'm going to mention. They're the one that I'm like not really sure. Like okay, they might actually be able to escape it. Then Southampton. Like I'm not sure they can escape this season. Like
so wait, for what I say, you feel this year Fulham are going to stay?
Yeah, they should now. Like I feel like if they can't stay up this season, they should probably just dissolve the club or something. Because you can't be going and coming for like 3 straight seasons. It doesn't make it. No, like Fulham, like Norwich does not have the kind of resources Fulham has. Fulham has a lot of resources, and every season they come and do frappa.
They'll come and collect Premier League money now.
They'll come and, it's like they just come to just get the TV right and just go back to go and win. Because anytime they go back to championship, this nonsense out of everybody there, then they will still come back to go back. Like I don't understand if that is a business plan or something. I don't know, but like I don't like that. If they are unable to stay up this season, they should probably just make themselves permanently at championship there. They should not bother to come back to Premier League. So my 3 teams to relegate would be Nottingham Forest, Leeds, and Southampton.
Okay, GB, go on.
Okay, me first. My first tip is going to be Bournemouth. So yeah, like
Jesus, I even forgot those guys were here.
Is it like
same year? I forgot.
Like is it like they feel like there's nobody to hurt, or there's nobody to like buy or to improve because have they been doing anything with transfer window? Is it just really quiet, like really quiet? Like I don't know the plans that they have. Like honestly,
let me check if they've made any transfer.
I don't know the plans that they have honestly so far. And then Brentford. What did they buy?
I think Fredericks or something. One guy that West Ham, whatever.
Okay. Personally, I tip Bournemouth to like go down, and then Brentford. Why? See, Brentford, I feel like their first season was really exceptional, and that's fine. That can happen. Like Leeds, when Leeds first came to the Premier League, they were so hot and so good. and then next season it just takes few injuries. Like Brentford is a team that kind of week in week out they really bring out the same set of 11 players and the same set of 11 players, the same tactics, the same management. Now we have 5 substitutions. I feel like it's really going to affect them. They didn't really go much into the transfer market except reopening the academy. So aside that, I feel like Brentford is going to be like another shout on to get relegated. And then lastly, Fulham. For one weird reason.
Fulham again. This same Fulham. Just allow this to go now.
Big shout out to Wolves. Wolves last season, they really, really overperformed so many SGs. Goals, their keeper was like prevented
was the best
SG, yeah.
Like I didn't be that. I didn't mean that being the best keeper is not by
clean sheet.
Yes,
should have won it
easily.
Yeah, because they were under so much pressure. Then Jimenez didn't turn up for them, and then
wait. Are you guys forgetting Diaz was under pressure?
Who's that?
Yeah.
See, let's talk about people that are actually performing.
I'm talking about people that are going to relegate. So do you expect yourself to relegate?
Continue.
Not even if you happen.
Have you?
No, Ethereum. Now go buy collect Ethereum as coach. Now they shout it.
So Nottingham Forest. The thing is, they've made a lot of signings, but personally, I feel like out of the signings they've made, just few of them are going to be like integrated to the first team, and then the rest of them are going to be substitutions. But they've made some really nice signings, like the fact that they could get Dean Anderson from Man U, and then get Tawa Awoniyi, and then get Lingard. Like those are 3 players that can really elevate your squad. So like they've done so many signings, like he said, and can affect the team balance for
12.
We all know like out of that 12, probably like 3 or 4 will be first team starters, and if they can actually blend Anderson, Awoniyi, and Lingard, because we all know what Lingard did at West Ham. So this and Dean Anderson at what team was it? Sheffield, right?
Sheffield.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then Awoniyi at So once they're able to like get these 3 players and they start off well, now the thing is, Nottingham will start off well, like Brentford last season. Once they can get that start off well, I think they'll stay.
Oh, okay. Me, I have soft spots for Nottingham Forest, so I'm not going to say Nottingham Forest. Because of Leeds and United rivalry, I don't want Leeds to get relegated because I love that match. So I'm going to say
rivalry. Like I said, this is dicey. This is dicey. Like if they have most of their players back, but if they have injuries like last season, they're going down.
I think I'm going to say Bournemouth to relegate, Fulham, and
I'm not even going to rate this Fulham.
And
the funny thing, this Fulham coach, Scott Parker, he was in Premier League the season before Kenny, but it was with what was he with?
No, Bournemouth coach was with Fulham.
Okay, it was okay.
Parker,
it was in Premier League and relegated before he moved to Fulham. Yeah. So that's why I don't trust Fulham.
They have actually been playing very beautiful football. So
but beautiful football will know they work now. Norwich played it now before they came. See how Norwich just embarrassed themselves.
Southampton.
Southampton.
Do you have a rivalry?
I really can't see.
No, look. I don't know why. For some reason, I feel Brighton.
No.
Not because they're not a good footballing side. Just because I feel like they lost a lot of players.
They only lost Bissouma now.
They lost Bissouma, sorry. And if they lose Cucurella, that would be very bad. And the style of football requires running. I'm not sure these players are ready to do it again this season.
Me personally, I think the manager is going to put them through. That guy is so good.
That is good. That guy is
so good. Yeah.
So your 3 teams are Brighton,
Bournemouth, and Man U. Abi?
No, I'm not Nottingham Forest.
Thought you said you have a soft spot.
Soft spot, not disappear.
Wait, sorry. I said Fulham, Bournemouth, and Brighton. Yeah.
Brighton.
Okay. So as we're moving up, the likely team to the one of the big boys, you like the team to join the big boys now, Newcastle. Just tell me just think about it now. What position do you think they're in the K?
Oh, Newcastle.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Just
they'll still be they'll just be in the top half of the table. That is the most they can achieve. Top half.
oh, okay.
Yeah, a ninth or 10th place on Newcastle.
Yeah, that is just it.
Okay, so as we're moving, and out of the 20 Premier League teams,
Yeah.
which manager do you think, Bola, which manager do you think is under the most pressure this season?
Me, going to this season, it has to be Tuchel.
That's what
Because-
took up.
Yes. Because
Okay, why?
it's quite obvious from the preseason, like how unhappy he is with how the whole squad stuff has been going so far, how they've not been able to get some particular player that they would like to get. And then
Yeah.
there's a pressure that comes with managing Chelsea where like your chances of failure are actually very slim. I don't know if it's going to be different with this new guy, but
Yeah.
it's still going to be there like as an underlying factor. And also looking at Chelsea, after the match against Arsenal, if you watched the post-match conference, Tuchel personally said that he personally does not feel like Chelsea is ready for the new season. Like that's a very, very weird thing to say as a
Yeah.
coach, as a manager. He said he doesn't feel like Chelsea is ready for the next season. And
Mhm.
let's be honest, like looking at it, they've not improved. It's even like they are getting somehow like confused because I think if you've been following Fabrizio, it's like Werner is in some rumors with Juventus, and then they are not totally clear on Aspilicueta and Alonso.
Mhm.
That's like three. Ziyech doesn't know if he's going to AC Milan or not. That's like four. And then who else is there? Kepa is going to leave. Second choice is looking very likely is going to leave and is going to I've forgotten the city that was supposed to go to. So Chelsea right now, they kind of look like in a very complicated position. If they don't add to their players, Tuchel is going to be in some real pressure.
Okay. Yeah. K, do you agree with him or is there any manager?
I don't know. He has a point on Tuchel being under pressure, but I feel like since they have a new owner and all, he's not going to follow the same pattern
Yeah.
Abramovich has been using. So I feel like probably have they'll probably give him the grace of one season to be able to like get his.
But results wise, though,
for me, yeah, I don't know. He might be able to just rough it up with those players. He might be able to just rough it up. But for me, I feel like the coach is under pressure. For me, I think it will be Arteta because in a way, the board has done everything he wants. They've actually gotten all the players you can think of, bar just one more midfielder or something. So I feel like he knows now, like there's nothing he can do. I'm not even sure the fans are actually going to get behind him if he's unable to secure a top four finish or a Champions League done anyway. If not top four finish, probably him winning the Europa League. But I feel like anything short of the Champions League qualification this season, it's very bad for him. So I feel like to me, it might not look like it on the outside, but I feel like it's the most under pressure because he knows. I'm very sure he knows because Alta is the kind of person that he always deals with facts. So I feel like he knows deep down that this season is just make or break for him. So I don't look like it on the outside, but I feel like it's the most under pressure. Like he will be so eager to make everything work this season. So for me, I think it's
like personally, like I think Arteta is just like three a bad run of 3 games to be in big
like just any fuck up like consecutive matches and it's deep shit.
Okay. K. So are you as an Arsenal fan, are you happy with the board right now? Like, because we United fans here, like if this season goes as bad as last season, we United fans are not going to blame Ten Hag. We're going to put it on the board. So have you gotten to that situation where you don't blame the board again, and then you're like, oh, okay, the board have actually tried?
Yeah, because all the players that has been signed under Arteta, they have been players he picked up himself.
Yeah, like even look at how quick they got them for him.
So and I feel like immediately just tells them I want this player. They just get
Yeah.
start working on it. So I feel like they've done everything they can. But the fact is, I still just feel like even if he's unable to like do some things this season, I feel like the board are still going to give him time because like, the boards are like they are fully sold to his ideas. So
Oh yeah.
I feel like it's not like probably from the board, he might not be under a lot of pressure, but I feel like on the outside, like the media and all, like naturally the English media hates Arsenal. So the fact that he has been playing well in preseason, most people are just there looking around the shadows, waiting for him to just like have a bad run of form and they start coming out. Now last season, I remember last season, like last transfer window, when we bought White and the likes, Neville insulting that he does not think he has a clear plan of transfer. He does not think he knows what he's doing and all. Now, he has not been able to talk this season because he sees that the people he signed, they have been performing. But I'm very, very sure, even if it just happen, like if he has a run of form of like probably play as a bot, probably making mistake, costing the club some points and all, I'm very sure they are going to come out to start talking about how you should not have signed this, you should have signed this and all. I feel like we have moved past the point whereby we are going to blame the board because the board has actually done everything they can for him. They've like supported him from day one. They've given him all the support. They've even supported him to move out some players that they are very big players in the club. They've supported him to like, okay, you don't want this player, no problem. Let's move him out. So he moved out to Ozil, even though Ozil already had problem with the board, but he was still able to move him out. Like the club agreed to like pay his money for him to just like take the club. Like they paid the money they paid was so much, huge amount of money to end with his contract. That is there. Then Aubameyang also. When Aubameyang didn't have much problem. Aubameyang didn't have problem with but he had problem with Arteta. He had problem with one of the rules that Arteta thinks is part of his non-negotiable, and he broke one of the rules. And the board supported him. I feel like if the board are not fully sold on his ideas, they would have probably like, no, this is our captain. This is a very big player for the club. We can't just allow
Yeah.
I feel like that alone shows that the club are very, 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 very like they are sold on to his ideas and they've done everything. They've bought all the players he wants. They've done like we've been without Champions League football for more than like 5 seasons now. And out of 5 seasons, out of the 3 seasons after that, he has been the highest spender in like 2 transfer windows out of it. So that is a massive statement from the board. So I don't think anything that is going to happen this season will be on Arteta, not the board. Because I feel like if he needs any other player, he tells them that I want this player, they're going to give him. It is on him.
Okay, so
let me talk about my marvelous coach.
Okay, so I'm going to say something very, very contradictive.
Okay.
And I trust 2 managers to be under the most pressures. I felt Steven Gerrard and Eddie Howe. Because I was looking at it and I was like, Newcastle want to finish in the top half this season, in top 10. Can Eddie Howe make them finish in top 10? And if they don't, that's obviously going to be sacked for him. And Steven Gerrard is in a big club like Aston Villa, where I feel like now they want to push for an European place. Or what do you think, Bolan?
I feel like an European place for Arsenal Villa is like overreaching. They should
like massively overreaching.
Yeah,
like, what are they finding?
You have West Ham, you have Leicester, you have these guys right in front of
Well,
you.
I think they supported Steven Gerrard this season. This transfer.
At the beginning, he really made like 2 or 3 signings.
Exactly. And I don't think West Ham has really had it, apart from some outcast that are trying to hard now.
If Gerrard actually finishes in like 8th or 9th, nobody's going to give him a sack. It's going to be fine.
And in as much as he finishes in the top half, I don't think there's
if Newcastle had a very funny thing, they finish in 12th or 13th,
they're not supposed to
going to give Adi. I don't think they're going to
they've not. I'm not sure they've like given him enough
exactly. So
making those kind of
what I believe Newcastle wants to do this season is last season they had to do a lot of emergency signings in the January transfer window because they were bottom up relegation threat.
relegation battle.
So like and some of their signings actually came off, which is sometimes it's actually lucky for you to get all your players. Almost all the players they bought in January turned up. Trippier came, scored like two
Trippier,
free kicks to give them 1-0.
well,
They won 1-0 like twice due to
yeah,
Trippier
Bruno,
set piece. And then
yeah,
the zone and then gave them down ball from Brighton and then he came to their centre back and was absolutely superb. So this season it's for Newcastle, it's more about okay, fine. We want to solidify our position in the Premier League. 10 to 13 or 14 is fine for us. We are good there. And the next season we can spend. The next season we want to enter the top half. It's about step by step for Newcastle. So finishing 12th or 13th, I think they'll be good. And then Gerard is more about breaking into the top 10. But if he's still around the fringes, 10, 11, Gerard is good.
Okay. So since I talk about overreaching, underreaching, okay, tell me what club do you think is really going to have a serious problem? They're really going to underachieve this season. Yeah. And Bola, think of a club that you think is going to overachieve this season. So who's ready to go first?
Yeah. Underachieve. I'm going to I won't call it underachieve. I would just feel like the fans of the club, they are expecting. I feel like they're expecting so much. No, I'm not trying to
I know.
but like the fact is, like some of the fans, they're already thinking ETH is here. There's going to be probably will be changes from the style of play, and even if there will be enough changes from the style of play, just expect that your players are going to make so many mistakes, like so many mistakes. I feel like Man U won't be able to hit the heights that the fans are expecting. Like I won't be surprised if they are unable to like even make European qualification at all. I won't be surprised.
Wow.
Seriously. Because I just feel like I feel like ETH is not the kind of I don't watch Netherlands leagues that much and all, but I feel like he's not the kind of coach that is going to compromise. I feel like he's going to be a coach that wants to play his style. And let's be straight. Those players he has as Man, they can't play that style in any way. They can't even play 20% of that of his style. Like you have players that are so slow. Not like they can run with the ball, but they are so slow in pressing. Rashford is the most stupid player when it comes to pressing. Rashford just runs around, like he just wants to run. He just wants to run.
But then doesn't that have to do with coaching? Like we've not had
they can actually improve that one.
They can improve, but what I'm saying is they won't get that improvement this season. No matter how good the coach is, they won't get the improvement this season. That is just fact. And the guys like there are some players that they can't just press. No matter how you want to like coach it into them. Some players can press. You won't expect Fred, McTominay, all those players to be able to press, and you won't expect them to be press resilient too. You won't be expecting Fred to take the ball from your keeper and be able to like beat one or two players that are trying to press him. You can't do it. There's no like you can't push that. You can't push that into the players.
The thing is, I don't want to make this about my issue, but the thing is, we have Sancho that can press. He has been taught how to press in Dortmund. We have
the only player you have that has ever played.
Wait,
so
but then
pressing is like a collective effort now. Like if some people actually play it very well,
pressing is
everybody has to do it very well.
What?
Not one single.
Pressing apart from even the players being good individually at pressing, they have to be able to move as a unit. And it has been too long that Man United has played as a unit. Like Man United for like under Ole, they've not been playing as a unit. They just know once we collect the ball, we are going on the counter. Any which way the ball is coming, we are going on the counter, pushing the ball. The Man United players have been playing, like practically they've been playing on their own.
But then the thing is, but the thing is, I think it is easier for Ten Hag to come and implement his style. Let me explain why. Because if we get De Jong, let's just say if we get De Jong, so we have.
Might not get him.
Okay, we might not.
Life without him.
Okay. Let me not have De Jong. So we have Malacia, we have Van der Beek, we have Eriksen, and we have Martinez. Martinez knows how Eric Ten Hag wants to play.
doesn't know how the Premier League wants.
Wait.
like, how
No,
the Premier League
wait. You. Like we have Martinez who knows who knows how Eric Ten Hag wants to play. We have Eriksen who knows how Eric Ten Hag wants to play. We have Van der Beek who knows how Eric Ten Hag wants to play.
How will Eriksen know? Will Eriksen know that?
Because when Eriksen had his stuff after the Euros, he was training with Ajax.
That does not mean that was
No.
only his training. He's not training with the players. Now probably training.
No, I was training with the players now. That's what Eriksen said now. He
are
said it in his
overreaching
interview.
now.
No, Eriksen said it in his interview. He said that's when he knew about Ten Hag. And Eriksen,
Let's just agree to disagree that.
Okay.
And Eriksen has played in an Ajax team that presses too. So the thing is, everybody. I'm not expecting much from United. I feel
Eriksen is bad at pressing.
I feel like if we finish fifth, we're overachieving. That's how bad it is.
Yes, now, I feel same way.
I feel like if we finish fifth,
but you're not getting my points when I'm saying why you're going to overreach. What I'm telling you is like, see, the style of play that Ten Hag is trying to bring to the team is like the difference from what the team has been used to is so wide.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so wide. Even the great Guardiola, when he came to Man City at first, he was like the way the club plays was just like, what is this? They were not playing beautiful football for like the first 2 seasons, I guess.
But then, it was the first season.
And what helped him was because the following summer I was able to get all the players he wanted.
But then Eric Ten Hag said
Eric Ten Hag is unable to get. Do you think he wants to?
Eric Ten Hag said the reason why Pep failed in his first season was because Pep underestimated the physicality of the Premier League. That's why
it doesn't mean like
he did and okay, and you know.
See, I'm telling you that we have a
manager
now. We have a manager now.
Do you know the level of physicality now? See, forget you can't judge the level of physicality of a league. Like as a coach, like okay, probably has been watching Premier League and all, but you can't judge it from afar. You can't judge it from you just watching the matches on TV and all.
Yeah.
It's until you get there, it's until your players like he's trying to what is going to happen to him. Like it will be so identical to what happened to Arsenal when Attack came back. Well, like if you want to take it or not, it's so like when Attack came to Arsenal too, he met so many players. Like he could have just managed them, play jaga kind of football and try to like maintain them. They wanted to implement his style right from the beginning.
Yeah.
That was why there were so many times that we'll be trying to play from the back and we'll lose possession. We'll use it to scores before you know 1-0, 2-1. Yeah, we're already losing. So that is like if Ten Hag is going to like stay true to his style of football, now you are going to like at least 2 seasons of nothingness. Seriously, 2 seasons of nothingness.
We are agree to disagree. I feel
because no, the fact is I didn't mean that like okay, probably this summer now he has been able to like sign a whole lot of players now.
Mm-hmm.
Like the only addition, the only player I can call an addition to that team would be Martinez. Because it's the only one that's going to probably play a lot of games. Eriksen is not going to play a lot of games in the Premier League because I'm not sure he's going to be able to displace Bruno from that level. So I feel like Eriksen is not there that okay, probably when you want to rest Bruno, like it's going to like come in. So I still feel like the only addition to the first level, the only player that okay is going to probably fit in into, and I don't even know where you want to use the guy as. Do you want to use him as a CB or a DM? I don't know. If you are going to use him as a DM, it's going to suffer. And I feel like it's still the same thing, even as a CB, because he's just coming to the league. He doesn't understand the league that much. And the player that is going to probably partner with Maguire, like how is he going to learn from that man? How is he going to learn about the league from that man? So I don't know. Seriously, like Ten Hag is a coach that I actually like because I love his Ajax, the way his Ajax team play. I love them. But if you look at it, the one time they played a very, should I say, high intensity match against Tottenham. Like they lost it. Like at the end, when they were supposed to calm down. Come on. This thing is see what I'm saying is against like what I'm trying like this Tottenham is going to actually show what I'm trying to say about Ten Hag. Against Tottenham now, the match was already winning by 2 goals. Like Tottenham need to score 3, I think, for them to be able to qualify. Like you could have just you're already winning this game. It's already how many you could have just relaxed, allow his players to pick conservative and all with the ball. So they
Yeah.
can just get. But he didn't. Instead, he was still going out, all out. So now I'm saying, like, the guy.
But then you don't have the same problem with Pep too
It
in Champions
happens
League.
sometimes now.
No, that is
Oh,
not
yes, the
problem
thing
with
is-
problem with Pep. No, Pep does not. The only Pep, the kind of mistake Pep makes, his mistakes are always from the game before the game starts at all. That is the kind of mistakes Pep makes. It's very
No,
rare.
I'm talking about this Madrid last one too.
That was just Madrid being brilliant. Pep made the changes he was supposed to make. He took out his attackers to bring out players that were able to that were able to just keep the lead. I think he brought in Fernandinho and the likes when Mahrez scored. He brought those players in. So he did the things that I didn't mean that Ten Hag actually did that too, and Tottenham were able to score later on. I feel like Tottenham were just brilliant. But no, he was moving attackers and bringing in attackers. He was just doing like for like changes. That was what he was doing. So
but you can't blame him now.
I will. Seriously, I will. No, seriously, I will. Because the fact is, you are leading someone with 2 goals, and that is like 3 goals on aggregate. These people need to score 3 goals before they go to beat you. I don't see any reason. I don't see any reason why you're supposed to. I don't see any reason why you're supposed to be doing that. So Man U is my pick for the team that will
underachieve. Do you know the most painful thing about this thing? About Man U being like this? Is that Arsenal fans are the one attacking us. That's the most painful thing.
And now, me too, I don't pass.
If it's a City fans, it was Liverpool fans, I understand. But
There's nothing to attack you for now. What is there to attack you for?
Overachiever.
It's okay.
Okay. So I think to probably perform better than people expect them to, right? For me, that would be like Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace.
Yeah. I feel like Patrick, like from there's a noise. I don't know. Noise. Is it from my side?
Whose noise is that?
So Crystal Palace. Why? Because where did Crystal Palace finish last season? I want to be sure. I think 12th or something. I'm not sure.
Aside,
yeah.
I think they finished 12th.
Yeah. So like I feel I've been following Crystal Palace during this preseason, and honestly, like they've been very good. The last match I watched, there was this goal that Zaha scored. That started from the build up where Eze did one flick over and then push the ball. So like Crystal Palace have like some really, really exciting young talent. They have Zaha, they have Eze, they have Oitse.
Don't categorize Zaha as young talent again, please. That man is good.
Yeah, aside that, but we all know that if Zaha is in the mood, it can really, really wreck you. So yeah, Crystal Palace might be that team that people will not expect, and then they just turn out like push up to like 7th or 8th ahead of probably Leicester or West Ham if they are not careful. And yeah, so I feel like Crystal Palace. Why? I think I've said why, right? So
yeah.
Crystal Palace might be the team that might a little bit overachieve, and in addition to the team that might underachieve, like you might be expecting so much and then they may get to mess up. Another pick for me is Everton. I won't be surprised if Everton might battle again. Might battle and they find themselves in.
Is anybody actually expecting Everton to?
Some people like some people okay Lampard and probably like it should be like 7th or 8th because it's Everton. Don't be surprised.
How are they going to do that?
Don't be surprised.
Have they even bought any player?
Yeah, yes, they have. They bought.
Tarkowski.
McLean or McLean.
Yeah, that guy is actually really nice. Yeah, it's really good. Really good. But Burnley has actually like stifled his talent because I don't know who you are. If you're an attacker and you go to Burnley, they're going to do something nasty to you.
Yes, your name is Connect.
Even Connect himself, if not for his goals now. His goals were like personal brilliance now. So the goals he scored. Just him just turning out to just score one mad long range goal or something. Because by team play, Connect. No, my brother. You have to do something exceptional. If not, so for me, overachieve Crystal Palace, underachieve Everton.
Okay, so I'm moving on to the business end of the table. Okay, we're not getting to the business again. We're going to top four. What
Did
are
you not talk about this before?
yeah, but like we're just predicting now who is finishing third and fourth. Tottenham, Chelsea, Arsenal, United, third and fourth. Who are the two teams you're picking to
Me.
finish? Bolao, yeah, because you're not involved.
Okay, third and fourth. Third. I'm going to be very bold and say, okay, third, Tottenham, then fourth Arsenal.
This thing is so surprising. How everybody is now looking down on Chelsea, all because of
I'm not
what
looking at them. I'm not looking down on Chelsea. I'm just saying like Chelsea is probably going to be there, but I feel like they're just like 2 or 3 games like away from having like a very very good because they don't have a striker. They didn't buy a replacement for Lukaku. As Peter can leave, Alonso is not sure. Alonso might leave it. But even Tuchel said it after the match, after their preseason against them, after that, he has some players right now that he feels that they're not 100% committed to the club. He said it personally that he has them. Werner does not see himself in Chelsea for a long time. Like Juventus are actually even preparing a bit to take him in. You don't get to sign him after. Like
the first thing.
they have so many players. Like Kante is good, but he's having injury problems. This of
Yeah, he's
recent
old.
that
He's old already.
is weird.
Like his
Like
body can't. His body just can't. He
yeah,
has already
we can't.
overstressed his body.
Yeah, like
So his body
Kante,
can't take it
Kovacic is
anymore.
good. Giorgio is as good as he is. He has lapses in concentration at times. And then Mendy that was so good. Then it's sort of like Mendy is sort of back to earth now. Mendy is looking like defined, but maybe he can still improve. We don't know. Then they are okay. See, this James has injury. What happens?
Okay, yeah.
Like
But
it's weird. The squad. I don't know. Is it just me? They might actually finish in the top four, fine, but I just feel like there's something wrong there.
I swear to God,
I be a lie now. Why network no good? What do you think, guy?
Same way to kind of, but like
Their squad
the thing is
just
just
be
like
somehow.
Jesse might just be able to like nick
If
it.
the guys release some
But
players, like the guys buy.
they've not
They've only
made any
signed
signing,
Sterling and Koulibaly.
and Sterling is
How
not
many
going to.
how many goals Sterling won't score? How many goals? Like if Sterling does not have like chances, Sterling has to have 5 chances to score 1 goal. And Chelsea does not create chances.
They
Like
have
that's
not
the funny
bought.
thing. They're not a
They've not
very
bought.
good. So that was one of their biggest problems last season. They do not
And
have someone that
they've
creates
not bought
chances.
anybody to
Someone to
actually
do
help them
that.
do
Now
that.
you bought Sterling. Sterling has to have 5 chances to score 1 goal.
And they're
We
still
know.
going for more defenders.
And yeah,
Our
because
house is back. Let's hear from
okay. Let
okay,
me just
so
round up Chelsea. Sorry, let me just round up Chelsea very quickly.
okay.
Like, okay, you bought Sterling. Sterling has to have 5 chances to get the goal. You don't have someone
Mhm.
like it. You don't have a major source of outlet of chances consistently. Mount's best chance of creating some
set
come from
piece.
set pieces. Exactly. So with ZH that I used to that we probably thought okay fine might be the creator is out of it.
Yeah.
Brenner
I actually want to make a point out of that ZH. Like imagine
Brenner,
like CZH, like it was so good over there at Netherlands, and he has
That's
been so
coming back to Man
expensive.
U now.
no. Brenner
I'm
is
not going.
a
I'm just making a point. I'm not going back to any club. I just want to
Brenner,
drop that point there.
Bernard is the type of striker that he wants to run in behind. He wants to work with space. Havertz is good, but Havertz is not going to get to 15 goals or 20 goals in the league. I don't want to know. He's never that kind of a player. He's not that kind of prolific player. Like, okay, we have chances.
Havertz is just going to be getting all those sparks.
Exactly, you score against
Games.
4 teams. Then
Yeah.
Rhys James is like one of their best players, fine, like absolute quality. But slight injuries and then just like I don't know. The squad does not just look good.
The guy is he's just gathering muscle for nothing. Any small thing
Um.
he has
Okay.
injuries.
Okay. So your pick is Tottenham Arsenal.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're probably going to. You're probably going to say no. You're going to champions and second. and
Champions and second.
and
You know my choice.
and that's why I'm trying to like make you. How many total of points do you think this is going to be again? Do you think it's still going to be over 90, or do you think it's going to be lesser?
Between
Just
like how many points the champion is going to gather?
and second.
Okay. I feel like this season Man City will probably be the one to win the league.
Yeah.
But I feel like there will be a lot of lost points also. I feel like the two of them, like they are best players. They have not I just feel like they are getting old, kind of. So there will be a drop in performance. They probably have maybe just one more excellent season in them. Not like they will drop off totally, but like I feel like they will maybe probably after this season they'll just be having a normal performance. Because I don't think, no matter how exceptional Salah has been, I don't think he's the kind of player that's going to be scoring 25 goals above in his 33, 34 or something. Same with De Bruyne too. De Bruyne has not really been, and I feel like De Bruyne, by the time he's getting to some certain age, you have to like drop back, probably become an 8 or something. We're playing 8, not totally 10 anymore. So I'll be like, if you get to some age, you probably be conservating his energy on controlling the game more than just creating loads of chances.
Yeah.
So I feel like the points Man City, they are mad. Man City are mad. They will still probably still hit that 90 point mark. But I feel like there will be a lot of drop points this season. Even same with Liverpool also. Because the fact is, no matter how marvelous Luis Diaz is, he can never replace Man.
Did you see Luis Diaz? It's just a match, though. But that guy, I don't see him being.
No matter, I feel like he's still going to be very, very good. But the fact is, no matter how good he is, he's not going to eat. He's not going to. That money he's not going to. He's not going to eat Mane's height in a season just like that. It's not possible.
Okay, so
still going to rest on Salah.
So you're saying 1 point gap again, or
between the two of them?
Yeah.
Probably. I don't think there'll be a large point difference.
Okay.
So probably between 1 to 3.
Okay, so given that your distance was obvious, what do you want to say about Arsenal and Tottenham and your top 4? What do you want? What are you going for?
Going for Arsenal, just put anybody you like there. Arsenal is there, just put anybody you like. But I feel like, I don't know. I will still say it. I spoke with a friend of mine today. We talked about, and I still say that. I will still like Tottenham. Apart from, I don't know why. Probably it's because they are my not modern rivals. I've never rated them in my life.
Yeah.
But I still just feel like, look at this team. If it was not for the addition of Conte and his excellent coaching, Tottenham were very, very poor last season, despite the fact that they had Son and Kane. So I feel like, and sometimes Conte usually have this kind of season whereby if he's having issues with the board and all, his team will just be playing so poorly. So I just feel like Tottenham are just one Conte drama away from actually missing out of the top 4. So Chelsea might actually be the one to make them. I just like, and I'm very sure if Conte should play his first 3-4 matches and is unable to get on his, will start complaining, because I think he said it in Spence when they bought Spence in his conference. He was talking about how Spence was not his player. Spence was just an opportunity the club saw and they took it. So, and I'm very sure I won't be surprised if some of the players he signed are actually probably someone like Richarlison. Because like I said, I don't see Richarlison playing as a winger. That's because he's not. If you see the way Conte sets up his attackers, I'm not sure Richarlison can offer what all Conte's attacker offers. Because Richarlison is too. How should I put it? Is it desperate? I don't know if desperate. Like he plays too quick for a player that can play under Conte. He's not that disciplined also.
Richarlison, I think can Richarlison actually learn? He's still young and he has played in Everton all this while.
He can. Maybe he can learn, but what you are forgetting is we are talking about Conte here. Conte does not have the time to.
He's a quick fix manager.
What I know is like Richarlison is the kind of player that really shows like emotions and energy, and he wants to put all his efforts in the game.
Yeah.
And then we can show that to Conte. Then
Probably, but at the same time, Conte is not the kind of coach that's going to teach, that is going to be patient enough to teach any player how to do anything. I feel like Conte
yeah,
is just
but
kind
if you
of
have the
coach.
passion though, if you have the
You have
passion, I think he has the passion because judging from
maybe-
Everton last games last season, he was so
Well,
fired
you
up.
are forgetting that he was fired up at Everton because everything in Everton was resting on him.
Mhm.
Everything was resting.
Yeah, true.
But
Yeah, but he knows
yeah,
it's not here for it's not going
Okay.
to be.
yeah, in Tottenham
Okay.
it's not the same team. So that is just it. I feel
Let's
like
just-
Tottenham they might miss out on it. They might.
Okay,
But
so
let me ask you very quickly. So would you give higher chances, Tottenham or Chelsea?
Oh, definitely Tottenham. Definitely Tottenham.
okay, so we're coming to the end of this this video today, and Premier League is starting. I can't wait. We are going to be here on Thursday again. K, any final words?
I just tell our viewers that we are the one that has been giving us I don't know the English. I'm short of words, but like it's just nice that okay, at least we're not just talking. At least even though we are still growing from trenches, but the fact that at least we have listeners, we have people that are actually tuning in to like listen to us and all.
Yeah.
That is why we are trying to be here every week. So thank you to our viewers, and you should help us to like and share. Thank you.
This is what the reason why K is short of us because Arsenal is winning. So this is happiest time. Before I go to Bola, Woloni on the chat said City first, Liverpool second, Chelsea third, Spurs fourth.
One in the comments.
Yeah, in the comments. Yeah, Bola, so your final words, and are you still confident on Man City winning the league this season?
It said Chelsea third.
He said Chelsea third.
That person,
I think it's actually open to how well they play in the remaining 1 days from the transfer.
It is the transfer video is still open, so I don't feel like so this is not like
no, you know, like now it's hard. It's hard to get some kind of deals.
Yeah, because some clubs are not going to like be really open to let go of some of their players.
See, like see Man City and then Brighton.
Man City are telling Man City, they are already telling Man City that I beg.
If you are not giving me 50 million plus, please don't stress me. I don't want to hear any stuff. I don't want to listen to you. Like because like there's money now.
Like literally, they are telling us that see, I beg. I don't want.
Don't stress my life.
That's why.
Don't stress my life.
That's why it's so painful that United wasted so much on the young.
And then there's Baka at the back of Chelsea. If Chelsea wants to buy, if
Baka will just say,
Chelsea wants to buy me today, Baka will come and don't go. Come now.
I feel like Baka and Chelsea are probably sharing the same scouting team because, or maybe Baka just sitting down, just checking transfer rumors. When they just see Chelsea going for hello, go sign that guy come from here.
So like Chelsea has like they have 31 days left to make or match their season, and it's not easy to buy players right now. The players you want, it's not easy.
Yeah, so Bola, any final words?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Are you still confident on City winning the league?
Yeah, I am. I don't know, as a normal fan, shouldn't you? So, I don't know. If I had the chance to choose between the league and Champions League, I'd just go to Champions League like one fine. But if we win the league again, it's fine. When Pep leaves, we'll get to appreciate how much he has been taking this for granted.
Yeah. Do you know one reason why I like having a conversation with you guys? You guys' clubs are run very well. You guys know who you want to buy.
Arsenal is just trying now.
Okay, Arsenal is trying and City. But United.
I'm sure trying.
Like, but United,
there's one club
was
like
sleeping.
I'm not going to name anybody. But there's one club that na charity they run for there. Na charity.
Well, you have to be patient. I believe
that is it.
See, this Ten Hag guy, if you don't have patience,
the thing is, I swear to God, I love Ten Hag. Like, what pains me is the fact.
Many Man U fans are expecting.
You don't want to be patient. You have to be patient.
No,
they're expecting a quick fix.
I feel like the reason why we're all angry is because we're not seeing transfer coming in. That's
Should
the
I tell
thing.
you the truth? Should I tell you the truth? This guy administration, like Tenag himself, his work is going to start next season. He still has so many players in this squad that they are not
Yeah.
players.
And the
And you
fact
can't
is,
remove all of them
there are not many players on the market that's going to jump at the chance of playing
at
Man
Man U,
right now.
right? So yeah,
So
so
that is
if
just
he
it.
enters, if he
Even
enters from four,
when Aeta first came, who were we? We were only attracting William now.
who are buying
So,
Lukunga,
No,
Tavares,
look, William, we're buying William.
William,
So
exactly.
I beg
But
you,
yeah.
you have to live with
They're
that.
buying David Luiz.
Then self don't start now. They don't buy Ericsson.
So
Malaysia.
Wait. Since when Eriksen made his debut for Spurs, no player has made more assists than him in Premier League.
And that is his job now.
So even
So
on
what? Is that not his job?
KDB
do you
has
know
not
He
passed
made,
him.
he made his debut. He made his debut before KDB.
Okay,
What are you talking about?
Judge on when both of them have been in the league. If KDB does not flow. But what
As
don't
I
know
was saying,
as my
viewers,
This Moyo guy, eh?
Man U,
If you don't lose,
fan.
if you don't lose
As I
argument,
was
you
saying,
will go. I remember what you said last week. You said you are coming for me this week. What were you coming?
it is. There's no time. So
give this guy time. Give Ten Hag time.
there's no time to.
His players are coming next season. Just be patient.
Yeah.
He has so many players right now that he needs to dispose of. But you can't do everything in one transfer with. Like it can never. They're going to use the dynamics, the dressing room. He has to be calm. Like even this Ronaldo's situation, like
I actually like how he's
handling
that
it.
situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he has to be very, very careful. Because handling a player like Ronaldo can either scatter your dressing room or just make it all right. So you have to be patient with him. It's other pressure, like not so much, but the club managing Man U itself, it's enormous.
Yeah. So we've come to the end of our video. Thank you, viewers, for coming to watch.
So
Thank you for listening
just
to
agreed an
all.
agreement to sign Brad Leno, 8 million.
Fulham,
Yeah.
they agreed to deal.
Yes, just now from David Oyston.
I want to use that guy as leverage for Leicester.
So Fulham are just agreed.
The Premier League is coming on. I promise we're going to drop more content. So please like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification button.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dear viewers.